Welcome back, my fiends. Today I'm going to be bringing you my first impression of No Limits by Philipp Plein, the $1 trillion fragrance for men. No Limits is a Woody Oriental fragrance released in 2020 in collaboration with perfumer Alberto, Morillas, one of the most iconic perfumers of all time. This was a complete blind buy I never expected to have in my collection. The advertisement for this fragrance is typical Philipp Plein. It's just larger than life, over-the-top stunts, and a lot of shameless flexing. I mean, compare the views to the likes. The demographic is set from the beginning. Now, despite all the hate, the marketing got exactly what it wanted: attention. And they managed to turn this really negative perception of the fragrance before anyone's even smelt it into a really positive one, which led a lot of people to blind buy it and actually love it. So I thought I'd do the same and film my very first impression of it. So it happened to be on sale, so I thought I'd buy a 50ml and try it out and give you my very first impression. So there's no breakdown. Instead, you have high voltage, money, sex and addiction, and muscle power. So in the high voltage energy, you have bright aquatic notes, ginger and bergamot. The money is black pepper, cardamom, cloves, and star anise. The sex and addiction is the dark chocolate, bourbon vanilla, incense, and black amber, while the muscle power is high-tech laser woods, cedar, patchouli, oud, and leather. So let's see what it's all about. Wow. I'm really pleasantly surprised. Definitely getting a tiny bit of that ginger. The leather is identifiable straight off the bat, and despite the pepper and cardamom, it's actually so smooth. It is just the opening, but I can immediately see why people would like this. I think the marketing was a really clever move, so people would just do what I did, blind buy to see what it's all about. A few minutes have gone by, that dark chocolate is coming in with that bourbon vanilla, giving it a tiny bit more of a sweetness. I can already tell that it's going to get more earthier as that patchouli and oud start to set in. It really is a lovely note breakdown, and that aquatic note in the opening gives it a really watery texture almost, very smooth and silky. It's already projecting off my skin really well, and I think it's going to be a really good performer. And I already regret not buying the 90ml, considering the insane price tag of Philipp Plein's clothing, including my favourite crocodilian jacket. I got this for a very humble 145 Australian dollars. Considering the price, quality and performance so far, I wouldn't be surprised if they overtake the market one day. Philipp Plein really doesn't skimp on quality. The quality of even their watches are incredible. No Limits is heavily masculine, appropriate for people in their maybe mid-20s up until their 40s, 50s. There's something really familiar but really obscure about it, but I definitely have not smelt this in another fragrance before. Some people have drawn a comparison to Gucci Guilty Absolute, which I don't really smell at all. It's mostly just that minor medicinal note you get in the opening of this one. However, Gucci Guilty Absolute takes it to the extreme, which is not a good thing at all. So I've let half an hour pass, the woods are coming out more, and the leather I mentioned in the opening's actually settled a bit. The amber, incense, vanilla, and that dark chocolate are really thriving right now. It's actually a lot more complex than I first gave it credit for. So pleasantly surprised, I actually love the fragrance. The opening was like a solid 8 out of 10 for me. I can't really judge it overall yet. I might make another video down the line to see how I've grown to it, but would I recommend you blind buy it? Darker scents like this I tend to have either incense, cardamom, oud, patchouli, are typically not the most safest blind buys. Even though I deem this a more friendlier scent than most I've smelt, it's definitely not a cuddly romantic scent that you're going to be wearing around a close proximity of people. It's definitely enough for the average nose to appreciate, but it's for the wearer to love. Now that I've smelt the fragrance, everything makes more sense, and the marketing makes that clear. So feel free to blind buy it, but don't say I didn't warn you. That is all for today's review. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.